Where's that short break? Because they'll say with my blue armor, the powerful war. Maybe sure there's a dollar. Really not. And I do recall the unit history books. God lights the king by his social leaving a slippery road. Fisherman jelly in this anomaly. Remember why I discovered a test of audio log. There we go. Yeah, thank you for support. The other farmers are working hard to develop the reclaim land. I hear that soon too they have been different. We're able to produce some of the equipment here. Our craftsmen are already working on the maximum capacity in the mini. It is quickly simple to require. Help us secure the tools and others. If you're curious how they work, but we're not paying a visit. Have helped us a great deal. We're grateful. There's still a lot of work to be done, but we're still planting the rising remains today. I place an order of the Kozaku and deliver it due any day now. Which one of you is it? It will be me. You must be here to deliver the 2 sturdy-looking Dizzos I requested. Glad we made a trade of Dome Good, so coveted as a brother. We may ask that we require 2 live Dozo, so it's be simpler to bring out the homes and pelt or meat. Do we prefer other solid than yourselves? Coming for hand. You wish to use the beast burden to help plow our fields. So essentially in the cultivation of crops, and just the thought of eating the first rice ball in our harvest makes my mouth water. Rice balls. Remember those finally. Vivid as a memory, I can almost taste it. The Tsuba first introduced it to the heavenly goods. I shall never forget the flavor. The things that Dizzle from the seed can assist in producing rice makes me very proud. Further, if we were to use these for to say to help, maybe they will share some of their harvest with us. Is this some jest? We both live only for battle, not for plowing fields and scattering seeds. And what about our aim to secure the fireworks? We owe our lives to not only the Mitsuba, but the whole enclave. They are the ones who nursed us back to health when we were close to death. Surely we should repay them debt before attempting to seize Hyena. We work with these fields, we can observe his comings and goings and find the right moment. It makes 2 against 1. Bold I am to admit it, the idea is not entirely without merit. It will allow you to work alongside you. The only payment we ask is 2 bales of rice. We need all the help we can get. If you have a knack for steering Dozo in the right direction, which will no doubt be useful, I must warn you, the process takes several moons. You get your share of the harvest when we're done, though. So we have an agreement. If it leads to capture of Hyena, this is no hardship. Think of it. Perhaps we will, when it is finished, you should return to us. With us, a man of your stature and of your strength could make for me to join the Buddha. I cannot imagine my wife and children would be very happy about that. Besides, I am more at home in the paddy field than in the battlefield. The new work of the beast of burner will increase the probability below these farmers. As you continue to contribute to second in efforts, in what ways you might do don't go on. The sleep is an unforgettable place in a lifetime. This should have prepared them for long days. You expect to pull the weight at the same as everyone else. So far, so good. You got to my hand. I thank you for support. Used to inform me that we made great strides in our efforts to rebuild the enclave. Hey, yeah, you're growing some crops, man. As far as scene development, continue to contribute to Shingeki effort. I'm gonna chair. That was fun. Alright, let's start with the story now, shall we?
I'm glad you've come, though I'm afraid there's little in the way of good news.
Oh?
After you left, we reached out to both the Alchemists Guild and Stillglade Fane and attempted all manner of treatments. But the results were always the same. Whatever the answer is, it's not alchemy or conjuring. Why did it have to be Y'shtola and Urianger and not me? Out of all of us, they are the ones who could feasibly have solved this puzzle. And Elfino's still missing. Gods, it's all going wrong. Where do we even start?
A grave situation indeed. Might I be of some assistance?
Cryle!
Cryle! I did not think you well enough to travel.
You don't want to talk.
When word reached me of the plight of our friends, I could not well stay away. As a fellow scion, not to mention your erstwhile mentor, this is one of those times you should feel free to call on me, regardless of my personal circumstances.
Cryle's gonna fix everything.
Yes, I should have thought of that. Thank you for coming, Cryle. We would welcome your insight.
And I should be happy to provide it. Now, what's this I hear about Alphino heading into Imperial territory? That boy always did have some funny ideas. Do you remember the speech he gave when he was accepted to the Studium?
My life's goal is naught less than the salvation of this star.
That particular grand pronouncement has been a source of great embarrassment to him, as you know. But the fact of the matter is, he meant every word and has lived his life accordingly.
Yes, he remains altruistic to a fault, but I'm worried he was too fixated on his goals to see the dangers, as has happened before.
Yeah, the crystal
He wouldn't
brave.
be so concerned. Though his values remain the same, Alphino is not the blinkered boy he once was. Slowly but surely his eyes have been opened, thanks to a certain someone.
Is it me?
A certain someone whom he'd be mortified to learn had heard about his little speech. Mum's the word, eh? Right, I'd better have a look at our patients. They're in the infirmary, I assume. I'll need absolute quiet, so it would be best if I did this alone. If you'll excuse me.
Sure thing, Cryle. That's where it is.
All three are in fine physical health. At a glance, I would say they were merely sound asleep. Except for the fact that I couldn't sense the slightest trace of them in their bodies. It's as if their souls have taken leave of their physical forms.
Ah, yes. The Elder Seedseer made a similar observation.
I've read the report. When you heard this mysterious voice, you described feeling as if you were somewhere else, yes?
Yeah.
If we assume the ether which comprises your essence is being drawn to some other place, then it may be possible to follow the trail it leaves behind, just as we did in our search for Thancred.
I wasn't around for that, but I can't imagine it was easy.
Oh, it wasn't. But that's no reason not to try. I will have need of Master Matoya's crystal eye if I'm even to make the attempt. So I suggest we pay her a visit.
She's gonna carry us again. Okay, plus. Okay, the same rule applies to plus. And I didn't even bother switching another card, did I? Yeah, who got the best card in the book? Be sure yourself, you can offer sensitive times. It was something reclusive, but this seems still. I'm happy to overlook his insert if she'd be going to help us.
Come to disturb my peace again, have you? I hide myself away in a cave, and still you people insist on pestering me with your problems. Oh, I mistook you for young what's-his-name, but I see now you're the sister. Weren't you supposed to be the lively one? I've seen happier faces at a rain-sodden burial.
Well, I'm sorry to dash your expectations, but the situation isn't exactly conducive to gaiety.
Ah, that's more like it. Stoller used to spit and hiss like a wildcat too. Better for a young thing like you to be filled with fire and leave the doom and gloom to your elders. Now, what exactly does this tragic situation of yours have to do with me?
If I may, Master Matoya, we have need of your crystal eye once more.
Yeah, you're gonna tell him. Yeah, Matoya's gonna be.
And Stoller is one of the afflicted, is she? Very well. She may be an ungrateful stray, but she's my ungrateful stray, and I'll not see her buried before I am.
Right, let us see what we can see. I'll begin from where our friends first fell, and cast my senses out from there.
What is it? Did you find them?
This doesn't make sense. How is it even possible?
How is what possible? Kryl, what did you see?
The threads, they just... They just ended. And no, I didn't lose track of them. I followed them as far as they went. It's as if they were cut off.
Could the ether have dissipated if it had? Oh gods! Their bodies are just husks. It's like the Broodmother's daughter all over again.
No, this is different. The Kalyana girl was already dead, body and soul, when Lakshmi effected her resurrection.
Aye, let's not jump to conclusions. If their physical forms yet breathe and show no signs of wasting, then it follows that their souls must still be intact somewhere.
But where?
That's the question, isn't it, girl? Death has not taken them to the ethereal sea, yet there are no tracks left for us to follow.
We're no closer to an answer than when we started. But knowing their souls are still out there is progress of a sort. We just have to keep looking. Pray, excuse me a moment. Yes? I remember, but... What, to Alamigo? We're on our way. That was Lee's. Apparently, a group of Populares have defected to Alamigo, and Maxima, the envoy Alphino left with, is one of them. I'm sorry. I realize we've barely begun here, but...
Go, child, go! You've made up your mind, and life's too short for dithering.
I'll do some digging in the meantime and see if there isn't some other method we could use to continue the search.
Let's be off then.
Alright, let's see.
Oh, not again. The enchantment barely seems to take these days. I chalk it up to old age, but I rather doubt it's that simple.
Before they took ill, Y'shtola and Urianger were sharing notes on a thinning of the ether. It seems to be happening all over.
Does it now? And here I was, all set to blame my woes on that creaking mountain of refuse clogging up the Thaliac. I fear something has gone awry. Still, there's naught to be gained from starting in shadows. You can only do what can be done, and that but one thing at a time.
Weakening. I thought when she was gonna go get that orb, she would collapse too. Never seen a soul that is so early before. The woman who tamed Y'shtola, I have a distinct feeling that they grab her, scuff her by the neck and make nonsense shake out of me. I'll visit her as a tell grandfather. The fuck? can almost bear this, where Maxima has to tell us. If we bad news, the lease could be end up instead, unless there has to be no specific. The lease needs to be notified of the guards who are coming, so we should head to the quarters on. I pray good news to learn. We can let Alpha know plight, leave the rest of it, lost souls to me. Has to be safe. Elise.
I'm sorry to drag you halfway across the realm, but when Maxima mentioned Alphino, I thought you'd want to hear the news in person.
Ah, we meet again. Though I was hoping our reunion would be under more auspicious circumstances.
What happened to my brother? Where is Alphino?
Never fear, my lady. Your brother was in fine health when I took my leave of him, and I have no reason to assume that has changed.
You assume?
If you will allow me, I shall endeavor to explain events. Our troubles began not long after we departed Doma. While crossing the burn, we were fired upon by the Emperor's personal guard and forced to make an emergency landing. As we stumbled from the wreckage, our attackers fell upon us again, and we would have perished there and then were it not for the intercession of a third party, a band of mercenaries whose leader claimed to pursue a vendetta against the Ascians. This shadow hunter, as he styled himself, then escorted us out of the wastes to relative safety. Upon arriving back in civilization, I gathered my Populares colleagues and prepared to flee the Empire. Master Alphino, however, declined the invitation to join us, preferring to continue his investigation into the Ascian threat.
Well, at least he's not lying in a heap in the burn. Tell us more about these Ascian hunters. Who are they? And is Alphino still with them?
He is. As to who they are, I'm afraid I have nothing to tell you. Beyond the fact that they root out and destroy Ascians, they were unwilling to divulge anything which might serve to identify them. They would not even reveal their next destination. But Master Alphino asked to accompany them all the same. Since parting company with your brother, we've been engaged in a game of cat and mouse with the Emperor's guard. We made our way through province after province, finding the army busy restoring order wherever we went, until we finally arrived here in Alamigo. I cannot thank Commander Aldin enough for giving us such an unexpectedly warm welcome.
I'm not inclined to turn away refugees, no matter which land they call home. And if they can tell me how things lie in Garlemald, all the better.
On that subject, there is much I would tell you. During the course of our journey, we heard tales that an entire rebel army had been slaughtered in the space of a single night. It would seem my former comrades grew tired of putting down uprisings in the conventional manner, and chose instead to bring a formidable new weapon to bear. Details were sparse, but the rumor alone was enough to dampen the flames of rebellion. I have also heard reports that several companies have withdrawn from their designated provinces and begun marching westward. It is my assessment that the Empire's forces are mobilizing for a large-scale military engagement.
Westward? You mean they're getting ready to invade Alamigo?
We knew this was coming, but not that it would be so soon.
We've barely even begun to shore up our defenses. They won't stop an invading army.
No, they won't. Dispatch messengers to the Alliance leadership requesting reinforcements, and send word to our officers in the field to hasten completion of those border fortifications. Prepare to meet the Imperials head on! No matter how quickly we act, we still want for time. When the enemy comes into view, our best recourse will be to open negotiations with their commander, and see that the ensuing proceedings take as long as possible.
Stall them.
Would you and Alize head to Doma and let Lord Hien know about this? I'm sure he'll want to hear about Alphino too.
Consider it done. We'll send word when...
Oh, not again. Not again.
Untold sorrow must be changed. Ahead looms a calamity. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates.
You heard it too. Well, at least we're both still standing.
Oh, thank the gods. I thought we'd lost you for a moment there. Why does this keep happening?
I wish I knew. Nothing we've tried has brought us any closer to an answer. We'll keep working on it. But first, we need to go and see Lord Hien.
Well, I will die with a shot at Hex. Mention you will carry Mr. Lord Hien. Our president is safe. Now we need to worry about the full scale period. Otherwise, at least test us with Lord Hien. They're making dashing from place to place and then sitting here while he's doing. If the red quadrant, but they're in hand. Spent their apart defending with the sons of the children. Oh my god, they're all here. One nation who survived the undergo and have gathered the strength to mount a counter. Been preparing for a long and a struggling empire of waging war. Tell me a little bit about a concern after we gathered here today. You arrived to witness the beginning of the new alliance. Our process struck a code with our neighbors, and I am pleased to say yes, friend, I must say discover future members and members of the movement. Cogent, a capacity you know, and has his own strength of arms with one of the Stephen tribes. said the neighbors in the gas and embarrassing us don't discuss your letters will be delayed. These people are standing against the tyranny of the Gallic Empire. Now to see your alliance coming, as I say, I fear we need your strength. Thank you for bringing me up to Atnos Alpha Knife. It is never a farm of mine, only he is our emissary as a student deployment period. I agree that I made wise to show the boys at all haste. Every report we receive of our shinobi is amasses his troops in the western province. It seems that a certain empire is poised to bring this down. Help if we just defend the blow. I cannot risk sending reinforcements just yet. We need to remain vulnerable. We remain vulnerable to airborne assaults until our walls in the burner's place. Energy barrier? Energy barrier, yes, I recall something of more suspicious. And a name drawn the four lords of legend, perhaps Cyrus Aegis. Oh, I've beat him. Some such and works engineers that report to say that they finished calibrating the engineers and are ready to pursue the testing stages. If you have time to attend the first test, you should be fielded which protects the allies firsthand. I would be interested to see how it works from compares. I'll come too if you don't mind, though I'm no Ishtola, but I might be able to offer some insight. It's time for being assistance. It would be the best if we made it directly towards the burn. You agree, I leave you in Hakuro to bring the war. That's it. Your mounts are solid and ready, my lord. Where are the storms? This is a failed to answer a call. Not that I blame the Ruby Princess. And lying in the sea is where we treat him to. There's no easy talk persuading the. We've come here for the burner. Yo and Falcon, as before, join me to overlook the near house of fire. Him out there. Already see the wing. Okay, we'll head to the burn. Yo, this has aura, so.
It seems the engineers have matters well in hand. Should the barrier work as we intend, Doma will be free to reinforce her allies in Alamigo without fear of weakening her own borders.
Sounds good.
Honored friends, the time has come to put your hard work to the test. Start the generator.
Node 1 is operational. Nodes 2 to 8 are reporting similar energy levels. The barrier is forming.
Oh, wow.
1,000 yards. 2,000. 3,000. Expansion remains smooth. No fluctuations detected.
Whoa.
4,000. 5,000. Target altitude reached. The barrier is holding steady at 5,000 yards. We've done it.
Nice.
Is that an Imperial airship? Of all the rotten timing.
But this is a gift, Mistress Alize. They can test our new wall for us. Seems solid enough, though I was hoping for a fireball.
By the gods, it's Alphino. What are you? Let me go! He has my brother!
Lower the barrier!
I mean...
Be at ease, girl. The lad is not dead, merely locked in slumber.
No, not him too.
We could identify no cause and found no remedy. Thus I sought to return him to Doma, and into the arms of Lord Hien himself, it would seem. It is a day for fated reunions. Would you not agree, adventurer? Or should I address you as the Warrior of Light?
Yeah. Yeah, I knew it was Gaius.
Aye. Gaius van Baelsar, the Black Wolf. That was the title I was given. One I have long since relinquished. Stand down. The legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion died in Castrum Meridianum. I am no more than Gaius Baelsar, a man without rank or allegiance.
Impossible! There's no way you could have survived!
Do you remember how it unfolded? How I was deceived by La Habrea? How I was convinced that reviving the Ultima weapon would allow me to bring peace to Eorzea? The Ascian used me, as he used so many others, all to further the restoration of his wretched god. Yet even with the might of Alec at my command, you bested me. And as the Praetorium went up in flames, I was content to burn along with it. For a moment, at least.
Oh, sorry for teabagging you.
To surrender my life thus would have been to betray all who died for my cause. It was for them that I dragged myself free of the rubble, and swore vengeance on the Ascians.
So tell me, who do you fight?
The Black Wolf has shed his pelt, never to return to Garlemald or her legions. I live now only to exact revenge. My principal quarry was to be La Hebrea, whom I gather you have since ushered onto oblivion. But so many more remain. Long as their kind lurked in the shadows, laboring to sow chaos throughout our world, I would see each and every one dragged into the light and put to the sword. Are the Scions not of like mind?
In this single respect, perhaps.
Then I shall continue the partnership the boy began, and share what intelligence I have acquired. Among the Ascians, the Black-Masked Ilk are subordinate to those who wear red. This you already know. Yet among the Red there exists a hierarchy. Those set adrift with the shards clearly stand below those still joined to the source. Nabriales, who once dared to intrude upon the Rising Stones, belonged to the former group, and while he was indeed a dangerous foe, his powers were inconsequential next to the paragons of the Source. The first was La Hebrea, who plagues us no more. There is also the white-robed Elidibus, and the elusive Emmet Selk, about whom little is known.
We have files on La Hebrea and Elidibus, but I believe this Emmet Selk is new to us?
I heard a tale of his feat.
As I assume my brother told you, we have evidence to suggest that an Ascian now walks in the body of the Crown Prince. Have you identified this interloper?
Elidibus seems the most likely culprit. As emissary, it is his role to maintain the equilibrium between darkness and light. Your many deeds in Hydaelyn's name have upset the balance, and I believe he seeks to restore it by throwing his considerable power behind the Empire. As a leader of the Ascians, he is one of our primary targets. It was on the trail of this very prey that the boy and I came across the scene of a failed uprising. In the absence of a single Garlean casualty, we inspected the bodies of the rebels, and the lack of any external injury drew my immediate attention. They had been slain by Black Rose, an alchemical invention of the Imperial Army. When I yet served as legatus, I ordered its production halted, and all stockpiles destroyed. Toxic gas is not a tool of conquest, but of extermination.
Toxic gas? This must be the new weapon Maxima warned us about. Something deadly enough to sweep away all resistance in a matter of hours. Gods. You don't think they're planning to use this in Alamigo, do you?
Put your fears to rest. We infiltrated the production facility and destroyed all existing stores of the chemical along with the plant itself. Even should they rebuild the operation, they will not soon manufacture another batch. Regardless, I would draw your attention to a directive we discovered in the plant's records. The document was marked with a recent date and authorized with the signature of one Zeno Galvas.
A dead man signing the death warrant for thousands. 'Tis bad comedy.
Yeah.
But the tale does not end there. Within that same facility was a chamber filled with devices of elegant design. Cloning technology, we realized. And what should we find in each and every incubator? But a young Emperor Solus. All of which prompts the question, were the Ascians responsible for these abominations, or was it the will of the Emperor? I must know which hand guides the Empire. Though I have given up my rank, I am yet a son of Garlemald, and I will fight for the future of my homeland. It is time I return to the hunting of shadows. We should focus on our common foe. To reopen old quarrels now would serve no purpose.
You saved my brother's life, so I'm willing to let sleeping dogs lie. But in truth, it's not my decision to make.
There was a time when I scorned those who placed their faith in false gods, even as I, in my blinkered conviction, place mine in Ascian promises. Unlike yours, my strength of will and my restraint was found wanting. We shall meet again, warrior of light.
I come up with a new speech this time. You gotta top the other one.
So that was the infamous Black Wolf. An unexpected ally, to say the least. Well, I am content to leave the fine-tuning of the barrier to cleverer minds. Let us bid our friends from the Ironworks farewell, and see what can be done for Alphino back in Dorma.
We should send a contingent to Urza. I shall stay here in Doma with the remains of the forces. As much as I would like to take Imperial's head as I say, we cannot leave our boldness undefended. Uncanny time Master Alphino should return to us, just as we were obsessing the barrier. I only hope to cure can be found for my lady. Otherwise, the War Council has ended a enormous agreement to forestall the Emperor's expansion plans in this region. Our allies are willing to send troops to fight Eorzea. You're safely uncovered in a private chamber. My finest healer is examining him as we speak. With the fishing, there are no other signs of illness. Alma has lost his speed for which we cannot speak, just like the others. It seems that even in the lands of the Empire we're not far enough away to escape the Catford's void. I say frustrated I do, but Alphino is returned to us, alive and otherwise unharmed. All that remains is to find a means to wake him. Until then, you can both fulfill your duties as scions, yours and your brother's. Right, of course. These arrangements to be made. A little time to make them. The business in order. Now that we know Seru's wall works as intended, can we expect reinforcements? And as promised, we will send troops to bolster our allies in Eorzea without delay. Be aware, however, they will not arrive without delay, save for some few who boast magic transportation. The bulk of the forces must be transported by sea, a lengthy voyage for which small vessels favored by the Confederacy ill-equipped. According to we mean assistance of the Far Aladdin Trading Company, as a navigation device distances question, we are happy the position being called of the whose corpse of my people's exodus area. Beyond the ships, it is likely that our East Aladdin friends will be involvement in the military, but I am certain that will afford Alphino's bird aboard on one of the vessel. I shall make the searchers accompany them every inch of the way to the rising stones. You have my thanks, Lord Hine. I will go ahead, my friends, to Alamigo, enlist all those capable of teleportation and put them to the disposal of your alliance as soon as possible. This will form the vanguard. Yes, my lord. Exactly, we hope to see Least and Alliance's leaders will be glad to indeed welcome the combined. Oh, is there more? You're on the Black Rose chemical plant.
Our supplies at Black Rose have been ruined, but the new plant is already under construction. We should have the first batch ready in time for the offensive, Your Radiance. See that you do.
Ah, yes, the infamous Black Rose. If I recall correctly, Gaius did not much care for the invention.
Emmett Silk. Alright.
A ruthless and indiscriminate weapon indeed, this airborne poison. It seems you are capable of making decisions worthy of your bloodline.
With no gift for sorcery, we Garleans must look to Magitech to even the odds. If it spares the needless deaths of our soldiers and serves the cause of this empire, there is no method I would not employ.
How very noble of you. Truly, though, I must commend you for embracing your role as Emperor. You play the part of the determined ruler well. Sometimes even I catch myself believing. A silent agent of death. Now that I think on it, Black Rose may well possess the perfect aspect. Slowly but surely, the deluge of light has worked upon the ether here in the source, and the gas should be most susceptible to its influence. Well, I shall leave you to your own devices. Go forth and bloody the land with your grand and glorious war.
While you do what, precisely?
Alright.
Need you ask? I will be doing what all Ascians do.
I am well aware that your kind exists only to usher in the next calamity. But you seem oblivious to the harm your singular agenda causes to the Empire. You cannot have forgotten the events which followed your mortal demise. Our homeland was plunged into a civil war for your failure to name a successor. The edifice you so carefully constructed was but a hair's breadth from collapse.
Are you truly so naive? You thought me oblivious to the consequences of a departure so painstakingly timed?
It was by design?
Well, of course it was. Though I will admit the resulting panic exceeded even my wildest expectations. But how can you be surprised? Throwing the world into disarray was the very purpose for which this nation was, as you say, so carefully constructed. Now, if you have no further questions, I must be on my way. Since we may not meet again in this lifetime, it would be remiss of me not to offer a word or two of gratitude. I really must thank you for this surplus of vessels. I can mold any host into my own image, but having bodies tailor-made for me in this fashion is so much less tiresome. You dabbled in elegant cloning techniques, yes? It certainly is a compelling, not to mention entertaining, field of research. And of all the options available, you chose the Founding Father on whom to experiment. You have a twisted streak to you, Varus, like grandsire, like grandson, hey? If events play out as planned, this will become something of a family enterprise. You will be the capstone of this world, I the anchor and shard, and together we will give the lie to this star's fraudulent existence.
He laughs now, but I'm coming for him. Now let me go. The Empire shall go to fortress watches. Let's return to Lee's and show the news of what used to be reinforcing. He said I must become a... I'll leave you in command. Resemble the advanced party without haste joined it in Alamigo. These alliances established a base camp on Alamigo northern border. And once they arrive in the locks, we will report a resistance offer. Let's not keep them waiting. Keep them safe from the enemies. Merchant Gali left a message of passing a toll. The solid good body you see its qualities from the locks. Edgar, let me tell you. I told you a little operation. The benefit of the great world manager. See them to the new founding opportunities ahead from my opinion. We'll call it over to a message at Alcala. I apologize he asked you to speak with him. So should you spare? Before we're buying land homes, then you have to accept us, right? Serious saltary. It's no exaggeration, but I don't know if you realize, but you are an instrument in bringing stability and prosperity to so many lives. If you have joined enterprise of the Satana and Lord Lorito, we all know we got them in the same room. Besides, even if I wanted to talk to them directly, there's not a snowball chance in the 7 hell I'll be able to. I'm not able to be grateful for the intervention. You see, all the salt exported in the locks is brought here first after the ship to every. It's a massive new industry that requires considerable amounts of labor. Look around and you'll see how much lives of the refugee here are changed. Their work in Sick Bay has a few options of before they They turn and spend it into newfound wealth, of course. A profit would give moves to the local community like this. No one needs to hoard resources because there's more on the way. And you see the real difference is Sogal is outside the walls and Pearl Lane too. I don't believe in me, but go see for yourself. The equipment bucket is in place. A pocket bleeding heavy crate buggers me. Here we go. If there's that much good, there's no one established attack, you will have to face it in a battle. Admit that you have time to rise sooner, spat on the guards of an eye, and then take low reach to go. But times are changing and we should change with them. There's a fine wares at the lowest price, I tell you. These days of money to open up my own stall. Then I want to make sure I have a solid plan too. My friend in here has been kind enough to offer me guidance. Just the way I've shopped all throughout yours one day. Who are you? Soldier, I remember when you first came here once upon a time, back when Soldier was trying to play us for all fools. The moment things change, the more they see the same. Just the other day, an East Elder man came around and offered me a job, and not as a salt porter, though as a guard for a bloody bank. The self-same bank holding a legendary fortune that Lorito so generously gifted the house to Uya following that bastard's death. A gesture of reconciliation smoothed over the tension between royalists and mercenaries. As if the two were mutual. The Sultanate is content to let Lorito manage the stage so long as they are... it's the smoke and mirrors. Don't you see it? Perform bravely carved up the corpse of a fool who couldn't play the great game. All the while the rest of us are trudge fighting. And the money lenders, the banks, is all part of some run system, treating up the poor, helpless, with convoluted. Every man on the street can tell you the story of a friend saddled up in debt, forced to work a day and night until they are ill and fated, died. This city eats people and soldiers, chews them up. I hold that bank man to piss off, bloody fool. When the 7 was he thinking, come down here, offering me a job, as if I don't know what. Boy. Hello, Lorito. We've met before. Something about you seems familiar. Yeah, well, aren't we a long way of home? I will not deny you the cause to disrupt our offer of employment. Under such management, the bank was less than charitable in its treatment of its staff. Contrary to public support of the refugee cause, he agreeably pursued a cutthroat measure which led to uncontrolled long shifts and drastically reduced wages. Consequently, the quality of service was much reduced, as was the reputation of his business. He was a short-sighted imbecile, but I am not. Neither the Sultanate nor I would see the policies preparated and intended to offer rather more increased compensation, period of rest, and so forth. You'll forgive me if I don't trust a man that they say spew gold from his backside 3 times a day, and even if every word is true, I am not about to believe you're offering all of the kindness of your heart. No, certainly not. About a man such as you, one who thinks 5 steps ahead out of necessity to think otherwise. Simply put, I need you and your people to trust me. This is far bigger than a bank or a solitary or any other. It is about every single venture associated with the Mirage Trust, which your people rarely regard with caution. If they are to grow and prosper, it will only be with the support of Alamigo's residents. You are the leader in your community, landlord, and man who commands respect and loyalty when he speaks. If you vouch for us, then others will listen. I trust the answers to your question as to why I would descend from my golden shepherd to come and see you in person. More or less, you want to take your guilt so others will too? That was then and this is now. Let's say the chairman himself. But if anything simple, you can't promise folks the stars and expect them to take you on the word. I want in writing, for me and mine both, contract, legal and binding. We want to see on the table representative for our collective interests. Alamigos united in a common cause, bargaining as one. Interesting in principle. I have no objections. You shall be joining us at the bank then. I reckon he thinks he got his hooks in me. We'll see about that. If he gives us anything we demanded, I know he'll try to undermine and divide us. Wouldn't be surprised if he succeeded too. At least we'll have a fighting chance. And we'll play his game for now and work our way into a position of power and necessity so that when the time comes to remind him who needs who, we'll be ready to extract some real concessions. Yes, I say job is a my job is. We're to say that fall from its prey that is Uda's dream, but that is but a tool to divide us. Only through united purposes a collective action will be achieving lasting achievement. Info, we will not anywhere else to conflict around. We cannot allow the Empire to gain a grip on Alamigo. Then we found the guide at least mentioned. Science party. I took out 4. If you follow me, I'll take you straight down. Alright.
Welcome back, you two. Greetings, Lord Kenan. Glad you could join us.
Glad to be here. I would have come sooner, while our own defense is not in question, but I am pleased to report that our soldiers are assembling for deployment to Alamigo as...
We're grateful for your support. Thanks to the efforts of our allies, it won't be long before we've established defensive
We're here for the war, baby.
We have some good news too. Alphino has come back to us. As for the bad news...
Yep, he has been affected by the aneurysm.
So, Alphino won't wake up, Gaius van Baelsar is alive and hunting Ascians, and the Empire is planning to poison us all with toxic gas. Does that sound about right? Ordinarily, any one of those things would have left me in shock. But the way things have been lately, it's all starting to seem pretty normal. Getting back to your report, are we sure this Black Rose is the weapon Maxima was talking about?
It fits the description. And it seems we have Alphino to thank for sparing us an early demonstration of its effectiveness. I have a feeling this won't be the last time his bravery in the Empire will serve us here in Eorzea. The threat of an unknown weapon has had us all on edge. But now that we know what we're dealing with, we can take steps to defend against it.
That's good.
As for Gaius, I'm not sure what to think. Am I happy he's alive? Not in the slightest. Am I happy he's hunting Ascians? Aye, I'd have to say I am.
Oh, speaking of Garleans you didn't expect to see, we have a tale of our own, as it happens. When we sent envoys to the Imperial Army to request talks, they returned with the message that Varys Zos Galvus would be attending.
The Emperor?
The Emperor himself. Well, Varys did sanction the Popularis peace mission. But knowing that an Ascian walks in his son's skin, I do not see how we can trust him or anyone from that nest of vipers.
The Alliance would proceed with negotiations regardless, if only to give ourselves more time to prepare. We do, however, require your cooperation.
Right. Yes. So, as a condition for the talks to go forward, the Empire has requested that a member of the Scions be present. There'll be a representative from each Alliance nation, of course, but I'm afraid we have to ask that you come along too.
She's the only one left.
God, Lise. You know how much I hate politics. But then, what choice do I have? Alphino and the others aren't going to do it. Very well. I shall attend as the Scion's representative.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering why I didn't ask you, the Empire also requested the presence of Eorzea's champion. Oh, you're not, are you? Come on, if Alisaie can put on a brave face, then so can you. Now, we don't know what Varys means to bring to the table, or why he wants you there, but having you close at hand should make all the difference.
The meeting will take place on the border. Anticipating an early assault, we mean to position the bulk of our forces nearby.
The Alliance leaders should already be on
After
their
was
way.
I going to?
Once you're ready, we can head out and join them.
That's all. Actually, this is a question. To negotiate peace with the Empire, I'd rather doubt war we may avoid it, but every moment we steal our preparation. Let's apply things to keep them aware, shall we? Alright, let's parley with the Emperor.
esteemed representatives of the Eorzean Alliance. On behalf of the Gallian Empire, I thank you for inviting me here today. As this parley was convened at your request, I invite you to speak first.
Very well, Your Radiance. I, Nanimo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, should be pleased to oblige you. As recent events in Alamigo and Doma have made plain, the subjugation and exploitation of neighboring nations is not a sustainable policy. Should this day end in war, you may very well defeat us, but you will never extinguish the people's desire for freedom. Though it may not be in our lifetime, there will be another revolution, another war, and the cycle will continue. Doma has entered into a concord with the nations of Eorzea, a partnership wherein we recognize one another as equals. Garlemald could be afforded similar treatment. You need only set aside your ambitions and join us in paving a path towards peace.
You will not win me over with sophistry, Your Grace. As you know only too well, this alliance lacks the strength to keep the peace within its own borders. Even now, your struggles with the Beastmen continue unabated. Divided, you sow this fertile soil with the seeds of your differences and reap naught but discord and chaos for your trouble. Eorzea must be united under one leader, one purpose. I would offer you both and bring an end to your strife.
With all due respect, Your Radiance, the only thing that you offered the people of Alamigo was fear and hopelessness.
The citizens of Doma can also attest to the meager arms of imperial rule. There is no purpose to be found in a life of oppression, each day more uncertain than the last.
Our people are willing to die for their freedom. A great many already have, and countless more will, if we don't put an end to this madness here and now.
We brought order and stability to your lives. This madness and bloodshed is of your own making. You broke the peace, not Garlemald.
Peace. Order. You kill our peoples, despoil our lands, take everything that is ours. And what? You expect us to lick the boot that grinds our faces into the dirt?
I expect you to weigh the costs. To recognize the countless lives have been lost on both sides in pursuit of a greater good, and to not squander all we have achieved in a fit of petulance.
Your Radiance, I fear I can personally attest to the dangers of pursuing one's vision with such righteous fervor. For 1,000 years, the Holy See of Ishgard waged war with dragons. A 1,000 years of sacrifice, of sorrow and hate, in which we bathed in the blood of friend and foe alike. Had it gone on any longer, we may well have drowned. Yet we have chosen to raise ourselves out of this bloody spiral, and have since made peace with our former enemy.
So I understand. No doubt the dragons were more receptive to your overtures in the wake of their leader's demise. You speak of peace, yet use war to achieve it. Your father would not have bothered to obscure his intent with honeyed words. He understood that strength is all that matters in the end. Without his clarity of vision, I can but wonder what will become of Ishgard and her people. There was a time when Garlemald too lacked a leader of conviction. Weak and unable to wield magic, we were at the mercy of the strong from whom we sought refuge in the bitter cold of the north. Were it not for the discovery of ceruleum and the subsequent development of Magitech, we might never have gained the power to take back that which was rightfully ours.
You speak as if your people were the first to have been driven from their homes. Limsa Lominsa was built by wayward souls in search of a place to call their own. On the shores of Vilbrand we found it, and from those humble beginnings did we grow and flourish. And all without robbing our neighbors of their liberty.
So saith the pirate. Am I to believe that you simply asked the kobolds to yield up their lands and that they were happy to oblige you? That you did not drive them out like rats in the hold of one of the many ships seized by your privateers? I will concede that after centuries of exile, reclamation may be mistaken for invasion. Nevertheless, it is not. And those who till stolen soil have no right to object when cast out in turn.
I kind of figured he would use that against her. Alright, Mama.
Your uncompromising nature rivals that of the Ixal. They too lament circumstances which they themselves perpetuate. Were they but to embrace peace, we would welcome them with open arms. Indeed, some few have done just that, and now receive of the 12's Wood's bounty. Would that your people might learn from their example.
You dare compare us to the Birdmen? You who thought to invoke the 12 and threaten all of creation?
I came here in the hope of finding some speck of common ground, but I see now these discussions will accomplish nothing. Despite what you people may believe, I am not wont to choose the sword over the olive branch. 'Tis but a pity men are loath to accept one without first being shown the other.
Wait! I beg you. This meeting was supposed to be a chance to find a way forward together, not to bemoan the missteps which brought us here. Please. If you truly consider violence a last resort, there must be a way we can come to an agreement.
As Mistress Alize says, we did not come here to bicker over the past, but to discuss how we might strive towards a brighter future. Emperor Varys, may I suggest a short recess, that all present might compose themselves prior to beginning anew?
Very well. I pray this intermission will suffice to move these talks in a more constructive direction.
You can't change the mind of someone. You have to, like, find something to go forward. Not change him. we had rebuilt it. I had in mind was lost when Varus mentioned my father, and the man is clearly skilled at keeping his opponents off balance. For a moment I feared our talks would descend into violence there, and then Alice speaks of the dislikes for politics, and her honest plea may very well be prevented in an early battle. The beginning was not normally honorable, but our wrongs do not make I was still hold to the deals, but I knew it would be he would not be. Why do I get the feeling the Empire is hiding something? For years I've warned the Empire. There's no end in sight. The parley, such as represented, is unique opportunity. I was not scorned for its bitter words. Can you go back there? Can you go back there? Mom? I wonder what Emperor Varus has attended to his negotiation. I planned and no intention of hearkening the Emperor. What win is his goal? But I has been into the performance. It was all I could do to swear not to start him. Honestly, I don't know how I ended up playing the mediator. Just asking what Alpha would have done. Tried my best to do it. But there was no common ground by the folk with that man. Now I don't need to look for him. So the question is, what did he come here to do? Because he's There it is, I can't make it out. And at least, you do have a little time before the parley is due to reconvene. So why not try consulting our leaders? Hope he learned. We are in the league with him. He was volunteer into the fact that he made how much weaker with us position seems to be present. If we were to broach his subject, we would or how you receive an imperial education, did you not? It is true that Emperor will is considered absolute. There's no higher authority in the Goleman, nor else in the heavens comes. The only worship they disdain with hypocrisy, but even as they revere their leadership as favor as divine. It is a common flaw with such doctrine. Logic on this perhaps is conducive upon examination. I wonder if a discussion of various discrepancies might Varus is well versed in your history. He seems to know affairs of the beastmen who conquer. All should know their enemies, yet there's much we don't know about the Empire. Rasmussen himself, maybe perhaps there is some wisdom in that. If we can skirt some storm of displeasure, we may be able to come to our answer, even if that means sailing to the wind. Babysis? 12 has mercy, but from last time in integration, we might well have come to blows in the issue. Not that Emperor Varus left us a great option. I said that this was have heard him speak. I cannot help but think he came here for another. He's building up something, I know it. Then we should approach the rest of the party. Have you anything? He's able to Perhaps you're right. I'm going to wait. Don't tempt. Alright, yeah, let's just let him talk about it a bit more. I mean, we got...
Now then, who would have the floor?
Before we resume, I wish to offer you an apology. After you graciously accepted our invitation to discuss an armistice, we have done naught but rebuke you at every opportunity. I believe I speak for all of us when I say we are deeply sorry for our discourtesy.
I'll admit your familiarity with our affairs surprised me, and served to remind me how little I know of yours.
I think all here can understand the desire to reclaim one's homeland. But why expand further? That is my question.
If I may, the answer can be found in the Imperial doctrine they took great pains to impart to my people. Recognizing the threat icons posed to the world, Solus Zos Galvus decreed that they were to be eradicated. To this end, he began a campaign to unite all lands under the Garlean banner. Or so we were taught. Yet the Emperor only reached the burn, the barren said to have been laid waste by icons, after conquering all the lands that lay between. What is more, I am quite certain the practice of summoning was not nearly so widespread in the days before the Empire's founding.
When you put it like that, it all starts to sound like an excuse, doesn't it? But to distract from what? Why are you really waging this war?
Finally, you ask the right question. I can but hope you heed mine answer and at last accept the righteousness of our cause. My goal is this: to return the world to the way it once was, the way it was always meant to be. In doing so, mankind will be made whole once more. No longer will we suffer from the dissension born of our differences. There will be but one race, a perfect race.
That's fine.
When time began.
What in Rolga's name are you talking about?
I am talking about the origins of this star, of the source and its 13 reflections. At the instant of the great sundering, 'twas not only the world that was shattered, but mankind itself. Thus were we divided into myriad races, each with its own unique imperfections. That is why man looks upon his neighbor and feels fear and hatred, why he wages war, why he kills his brother. You all in your own way have proven as much today. The peace you seek is but a fleeting solution to a fundamental problem. One which calls for more drastic measures. To bring about everlasting peace, our worlds must be rejoined. That is the goal the Empire would see realized. The glorious future unto which we shall one day shepherd mankind.
A rejoining of worlds. I have heard this tale of the Source and its reflections before.
Are these not the self-same desires as the Ascians?
Emperor Varys, do not trust in their words. They will lead you to your doom. My father thought to use them, but in the end he succumbed to their temptations. He embraced summoning like so many other pawns before him. Do not tell us you mean to do the same.
To be a pawn, free from the burden of choice would be a blessing. But I forswore that privilege the day I learned that the Gallian Empire was built by the hand of an Ascian.
What?
Yes. My grandsire, the former emperor, is of their number. And who better to build an empire capable of bringing about the calamitous change we desire? Would you condemn me for this alliance, for bowing to the will of these shadowy masters, when the prize is true and lasting peace? I come not to conquer, but to liberate. To free man from the prison of divergence. Imagine a world united. One perfect race beneath a single standard. An army before whose might these servants of darkness and light would fly as leaves in a storm, never again to meddle in man's affairs. We would be the masters of our own fate. I bid you join me, not as subjects of Garlemald, but of a new nation. And together we shall win freedom for ourselves and generations yet unborn.
You want to trigger another half-dozen calamities? You can't be serious!
Have you forgotten how many died? There will be no one left!
Do you truly imagine we would aid you in your bloodletting?
It is unthinkable! Unconscionable!
And what is the alternative? To be as cattle waiting for slaughter? I would have us work together that we might take fate into our own hands!
Into your hands, perhaps. But what of the other worlds, your radiance? With every calamity, you obliterate a star and every soul that dwells on it.
To the Ascians, we are all but tiny, momentary specks within an indifferent universe. We cannot hope to oppose them until we have been made whole once more.
I take offense to that.
Are these truly the words of Garlemald's ruler? The flaws and foibles which you so abhor are what make us who we are. Every nation, even yours, Emperor Varys, is made whole through the combination of these imperfections, the strengths of one compensating for the weaknesses of another. While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others, fostering community and cooperation. That the protector of an empire should not only reject these fundamental truths, but seek to change them at so dear a cost to life is indefensible. Such a man is not fit to govern.
And you, warrior of light, would you refuse me as well?
It would seem the Alliance is of one mind on this matter.
You Eorzeans never cease to disappoint me. Though I suppose I have only myself to blame for expecting more from savages. This discussion is at an end. I bid you make ready for our next meeting. It will not be at the negotiating table.
Good talk. The Empire's true purpose, to the only twisted an empire with chaos. The revelation roused me, but now that we know our enemies is one and the same, we have a target upon which to release the full force. Please, we will give it to him. Full scale. I swear I'll make the father proud. Terrible beings indeed, but we found a nation of darkness. Towards the Empire's history as our still visits vast armies pouring into tides. If we were very well, great military threat was to face. We arrive at the aid of though our vanguard may be small, we are few chosen leads in the fight of the East. The hills in the shadows of the Empire, but the truth is far beyond the watching. And now we know the face of our enemy and need to hit the harder. This is but more calamities, this is insanity. This madman must be stopped at all costs. Refuse the Emperor's will with all my being. What justice is there to deal with more than came back to find Doma and party ready to advance. So as the little battle effort, it did buy enough time for release by Days of War.
I'm not sure what I was expecting from our meeting with the Emperor, but it wasn't that. Still, at least we know now what he's really after.
Aye, a future built on a mountain of bodies. I too want the Ascians dead, but not at any cost.
The last of the reinforcements from Doma arrived not long ago. I pray it will be enough. Given the Emperor's stated goal, this is a battle we can ill afford to lose.
If the Gallians come in force, we may not have much say in the matter, even with our combined strength.
We knew from the first that the odds would be against us. But if there is even the slightest chance of victory, we must do everything in our power to seize it.
We must seize it, full stop.
Here!
Oh, it's time for a fight.
The two of you are to join an irregular unit and support the main host. I won't bother asking if you're minded to fight.
After coming this far, how could I not? And for once, there's no one around to count them on me. Not that they would. Not even my brother. But we all know who really make the difference. Ready to frighten some Garleans?
Yep.
I wouldn't want to be on their side.
Might I ask you to accompany the Dorman contingent? They are strangers here, and your presence would do much to raise their spirits.
Yep.
We would be honored.
When our people stride out with you in their midst, I dare say the Eorzeans will feel an ilm taller themselves. High spirits have a way of spreading.
What I wouldn't give to join you. But my duties as field commander will not allow it. I'll leave the front lines in your capable hands. Comrades, ready your arms. The hour of battle has come. May the crystal guide us to victory!
Since the others couldn't be here, we'll have to fight twice as hard. If Alphinaud wakes to find the Imperials have won, I shall never hear the end of it. It's strange. I thought I would be terrified when the fighting started. I should be terrified. But with you at our side, I can't help feeling everything is going to be all right. So please, don't you dare leave me alone.
I won't.
No matter what happens, we have to survive together.
You can aid the potential battle. But let's show the Empire what we're made of. tank because tank will probably have Yuguri DPS. Ooh, I got turned around. Next one is this weird Kenan thing. God,
You underestimate me.
Yeah, let's go.
Time to get serious!
I don't know why I'm breathing, but I'm like... Alright, let me just... Let's take care of this. Let's take care of this. The twins. Fumiko. Wait, switch, wait. Tag team. Yeah, finally. You have served your purpose. Come, we will have to draw for now. Yay! Yeah, I know you agree, because I know you agree. It's already... The teamwork was quite fierce, I must allow. The twins beat the crap out of me.
We did it! I dare say they'll be reeling from this.
Yeah. They were like...
You were truly inspiring in battle, my friend. I'm determined not to be outdone, but there seems to be no one left to fight.
A tactical withdrawal, perhaps?
We should give chase. Finish them off while we have the chance. Imagine the other surprise when they wake to find the war already won.
Wait, I don't... Yep.
The light will expunge all life.
Nope, it was two-way.
Can forestall the calamity. Throw wide the gates.
No! 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 Not... like...
My hand.
Oh no. Don't tell me. Are you all right?
It's fine.
Quickly! We must get her back to the encampment.
I should be careful. Would that were more we could do for her. Alright. The Guardians have been running how we the exchange was super more than us has trained us. They'll be taken back because the Emperor has joined the fray. They'll want to take their time with on the offensive. So we need our help that our eastern ally is. We've passed the first test, our line is unbroken. They say, well, she's in good hands over the infirmary. Lord, the Shurikens have completed the examination, mistress. It is as we feared. She is locked in a slumber without any... Damn it, that... just like the others. The lions picked up 5 lances and knocking. The 5 sons of heaven, and we without enemy at our footsteps. I cannot spare men to assist in the care of cure. The best I can do is see it to it the Alice they escorted, take it back to us. Honestly, I'm kinda glad that she's in this situation. She has been suffering way too much. Let me be the one to bear it. And I would. At least she's. Still, and now we must be ready. The Guardian's recent movements and I lack thereof, there won't be launching an offense in the immediate future. You should return to Writing Stone and give plight to your fellow Cylons. I can't understand how you feel on edge, but no, but you'll be good. Oh, he struck down. Something we do not. Alliance, we mean to serve and thank instead. We will not. There is not much to do, but there's a little opiating Mistress Alice. I'm so haven't seen up for cure to a strange sickness. Play for remedy soon. Whereas you, Mr. Asa gave the Guardian to Hitachi, speaking of whom with me. No. Yeah, about that. As well, not her too. Oker and I will return for arrival. We also need to send a message to Tower post haste. But that I had something at Ormond. And with you, for that matter, it gave me the report that Arkan's position remains unchanged. And in contrast, Matoya continues to explore every avenue. Alas, their efforts have yet to bear fruit. Alas, we are still a hellhole. After all, though I suspect you must be tired of your journey, you should rest, my friend. Leave the worrying to us for the time being at least. Xenos. Time. You've come to speak to brother sister. I am afraid I will have to report. Not content with tireless search for answers and to last. Choosing but told Master Alpha that has been brought here. I wish to see his Maxima. Alright. I heard about the part of the driven by the Empire. Thank you for doing everything to stop them, but for a while it gives me hope. How strange it would be when the songs come from God's lips. But I speak out with love, but by my heart, but because I wish to see the tender bloodshed. I come to share all in the alliance, though I will surely be bent a traitor. I can tend to bear either. It will seem a small price to pay to help prevent this. Finally, the war has not brought me all day. I was come here to see Master Alphinaud. Acquaintance of Kaiser Alphinaud, are you? Well, far be it me from to good company. You can follow me, sir. When the word has reached me, Alphinaud has returned. It seems only right to pay my visit, poor lad. It pains me to see him thus, but I take solace in the knowledge that he is safe and well cared for. He fought valiantly at the burn, and Popularis could have not wished for a more committed ally. I know now he came to be so afflicted, but I pray a cure will be found soon. Oh, and really, you may have interest to know that I've traveled here in the company of another acquaintance of yours. You assume no return. I'm certain he would be glad to see you, assuming that you can spare the time, that is. You can come. If you had been through a mill, you still called me. I thought I would confess that I'm missing a soul. I must have Master Galen growing up in the Galen. He's indeed a source of inspiration to me. Most Galens would say he's a traitor and turned back to his country. We of the Popularians, however, consider him a revolutionary man who will lead the fight Empire dream of subjugation, that his inventions might bring a better future. Please, revolutionary, the term best reserved for my work. I am but an imperial defector who thought to aid another imperial defector. Whatever Master says, I am humbled to find myself in such distinguished company. Speaking of this company, you heard from Rabban that you ran into an old friend in the burn. Is that true? Gaius is still alive? Like most in an army, I never had the privilege to see the Legius without his mask. I think I walked halfway across the burn in the presence of the Black Wolf. And he claimed to have several ties with the Empire and to hunt the Assassins. After his humbling at the Praetorium, one would think he'd had the good sense to stay dead. If we meet again, I'll be sure to tell him so. Commander Alden also spoke of the alliance meeting with the Emperor, though I still labor to believe that he told us. Did his Radiance really claim that Garlemald was founded by the Assassins? But this is madness. The very notion is absurd. Every fiber of my being rails against it. Yet I see there is no escaping the truth. From the very founding of my homeland, brother and sister would have led their lives in the service of a lie. The Assassins must be stopped to save my people, to save all people. For all the Empire, even if I did not suspect it, had I known I would have left sooner. But that has been past. Here in the present, we must apply ourselves to the problem of how the Emperor's ambition may be thwarted, not only in Eorzea, but in the far east as well. The Iron Works will spare no effort to achieve the end. Syria Wall was a good start, but we can do more. We will show them what it means to achieve freedoms. A message. I'll then request your presence at Alda's headquarters in Alamigo. You must discuss the matter at your... Actually, I knew it would be already to call away. There's no doubt being the essence. Could I tempt you to ride aboard the Excelsior? It is faster. I will personally apologize to the commander for keeping him waiting. aboard ship and emerge victorious, which is conveyed in Mansfield. And no one is available, not even you, so please take care of yourself. If you remain safe in the front lines, I will equip to join the fray. I shall do it. My colleagues and I have tasked to evacuating casualties by air. See that you waiting for you, sir. It's best if we proceed to lines at once. Ready? Alright.
There have been several skirmishes along the border, but as yet neither side has delivered a decisive blow. We had long assumed that the Garleans would overwhelm us in a straight fight, but we seem to be gaining ground, albeit slowly. As to why that might be, the most likely explanation is that they have yet to commit all their forces. Still, we're winning, and our latest intelligence suggests the Emperor has retreated back to Garlemald. In light of this, we're considering launching an offensive with the aim of pushing the front line forward and giving ourselves some room to breathe.
Commander! The Imperials! They've broken through our defenses to the east!
What?
Our scouts say their forces are being led by Lord Xenos. Lord Heian and Commander Hext have taken their troops to provide support, but we don't know how long they can hold out.
So, they've been biding their time, waiting for his arrival, have they? Very well. Send word to our allies, requesting reinforcements for the front line. Should the worst come to the worst, I may need to enter the fray myself. But what of you? Do you still have the strength to fight? Much obliged. Given the choice, I'd take you over 100 soldiers.
Oh, you're making me blush. Not again, not again, not again, not again.
Why won't they open? Please, I bid you open.
What's wrong? Is it the voice again?
Randy Orton, get out of my head.
Fit stake to do this. May Ralga grant us strength. Give 'em hell, lad. I, for my part, will defend this place to my dying breath.
Alright. Oh shit, I'm in trouble.
Here it comes!
This is time for me to change my battery setting. Oh, she doing?
The weave of a shinobi's power. The art of my forebears.
Alright.
You get it!
Oh damn.
Damn you!
I'm coming, I'm coming.
Magic with a Garlean body.
What?
That's hardly fair.
Yeah, I'm also trying to charge my phone, but I don't know. That's also not fair too. And the problem is, I don't know where the hell my place is connected because the thing going on her. So yeah, I'm also having to do with unfair shit stuff. I wish I could make PlayStation designs like where controllers are not, or it's not a pain yet. Just
Still, he must be stopped, no matter the cost.
I'm fast. Fast as fuck, boy. Ooh, aura.
Ah, bringer of light. It has been too long. No words to mark our reunion? equilibrium must be restored, and only your death will redress the balance.
Yeah, 1v1. dead. God, that was annoying. My alarm clock would just not ring every time. Yes, because I appreciate that a lot. Nothing ruins my fight moment, but frustrating. Alright, that's the game. Just think all over again.
Your mother chose her champion well. Yet, for all your strength, you will still fail.
Oh.
Please, I beseech you.
Long time to do this,
Someone calls to you. Too late, alas.
Ah.
At last, I found you. Please, there's no cause for alarm. Though, I confess, this is not where I had intended to meet.
You know, I was kind of doing something important with it.
But the place of our meeting is of no consequence, like the war you wage. Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. The better path leads you here, to me. I have need of your strength. The battle is over, the danger past, but your work is not yet done. Go to the Crystal Tower. I have left something for you near its base. It will serve as a beacon of sorts, one which I pray will help you on your journey. All you need do is find it. I will take care of the rest. Soon, we will throw wide the gates, and the path to the first will be yours to walk at last.
Ishgard.
You're awake. Thank heavens. Do you recall the confrontation with Xenos? You were the first to come to the aid of Mistress Lys and the others on the front line.
Yeah, I don't remember, but what happened?
In the midst of your duel, it is said you faltered, and that the Crown Prince seized the opportunity to deliver a mortal blow.
Yeah.
Yet before his blade could find its mark, he was distracted by the arrival of a second adversary who bore you away from the battlefield and into the hands of our chirurgeons.
Oh.
Lest you wonder, he left before you awoke. As is his wont.
Estinian?
Estinian never was one for emotional farewells.
He always has a habit of doing shit.
Though Xenos bested all before him, the battle clearly took its toll, for he retreated shortly after your rescue. Seeing this, the remaining Imperial forces decided discretion was the better part of valor and pulled back, allowing us to re-establish our position. We have since received word of renewed unrest in the provinces, doubtless inspired by the efforts of the Eorzean Alliance and our Far Eastern allies. Nor does the good news end there. We have also come into possession of intelligence suggesting unrest within the Imperial Court. This would certainly explain why both the Emperor and Lord Xenos appear to have abandoned the fight. A long-awaited ray of hope in these dark times. Yet to awake, I'm afraid. But please, concentrate on your own recovery for now. You have carried the hopes of some half-dozen nations, and we are all eternally grateful for your efforts. But no one is without their limits, not even you. Leave this fight to us, my friend. You have earned your rest. But before I forget, I was asked to deliver a message as soon as you awoke. A reminder that you are not alone, though many of your allies have fallen. When you are well and rested, you are to return home, where friends will be waiting for you.
Sounds good.
Now, if you will excuse me, I must return to the front. May we meet again soon, under happier circumstances.
Is this happy circumstance? I thought you went to bed. I heard you collapsed on the field of battle. I confess I fear the worst, but with you standing before me, I see now that the reports of the defeat really exaggerated things. My death was completely... As long as I have you, Kaiser, it is that we have a fighting chance. Speaking of fighting, you may have been surprised to hear that the war efforts can be fell even here. In anticipation of the new horsemen, Artorial will soon be departing for the front with the contingent of our finest knights. I would advise you to stay until your strength has returned, but know it would be an exercise in futility. Yeah, I suspect you to have decided on your next destination. Dark days lies ahead, or have no doubt, but the light of hope shall never guide us our steps so long as you have willed on the press forward. And press onward we must. Farewell, my friend. I pray our next meeting will be happy. Really any longer. I'm entering a fight, but Lee's instead. Taru.
By the 12! I don't believe it!
Alright, Taru.
I rushed back as soon as I could. I swear, my heart nearly stopped when I heard you'd collapse like the others. What in heaven's name is going on? Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. Oh, well, that's helpful. And what else did he say? The better path leads to him? If his is the voice you've all been hearing, perhaps the others are with him. Sir Emmerich said the fighting had reached a stalemate, didn't he? But if that monster masquerading as Xenos comes back... Thancred, Y'shtola, Urianger, Alphino, Alize... You're going to need all of them on your side to defeat him.
I was soloing him pretty well.
And I forbid you from going to face him on your own. Do you hear me? So if you must leave, go and find the others. Bring them home. As for where to start, you said the stranger had left a beacon for you at the Crystal Tower, right? But how are you to find it, now that the tower has been sealed shut? There has to be a way. If anyone would know, it's Sid and the researchers of St. Coinac's Find. Don't you worry, we'll find that beacon for you.
twins.
I pray you have good reason for abandoning the front.
How could I remain there while the rumor that my son is possessed by a demon spreads like a sickness here at home? I will not be made to fight for the throne a second time. But what of you? Did you not tell me you would destroy Eorzea's champion with the ease that one might swat a fly?
A minor setback. He will not escape me again. Where is your grandsire? I would have words with him.
How should I know? Do you hide from each other's sight as well? I imagine he's doing what all Ascians do.
He must have found a way to take advantage of this turmoil.
Men are not pawns to be played with, Ascian. You underestimate us at your peril. This war will not be decided by you and yours. Man must choose his own fate, and I, for my part, will do all within my power to see Garlemald emerge victorious.
Pray forgive the intrusion, Your Radiance, but the requested preparations are now complete. We stand ready to begin production of Black Rose upon your order.
it not the rays of justice blind? And trust in grace, and she shall
The screenshots. Oh wait, there's still more screenshots. So long, Chris. With the research, you go rest well. Alright.
My enemy. My friend. Had I been but a step faster.
Wow. You know, so
Bloody savages!
A pity your hunt leads you elsewhere. Not that I am surprised. May you find joy in it. Grow stronger, more savage, and savor every triumph. In the meantime, I will reclaim that which is rightfully mine.
oh, he's getting yeah. Feel the tranquil eye. So unique.